Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet, and we're starting off this episode by cleaning up a little bit of these copper lines because this is it's still going. This is like the copper base that would not die. These machines are still going. Mark IIs, beautiful. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do this because this guy was stalling a little bit, and I do not like them to be stalling when I want them to run out. So we're just going to do that. And just gonna do that. And yeah, look at that copper all going in. We're actually stalled up a fair bit. We're not using a lot of copper in the main base. So that's fine. That's perfectly okay. Squeaky McSqueaky. Alright. Yeah, I definitely need to get a new chair. You can go away, you can go away. The last of our wooden poles are finally dying, so that is good. What did we do? So we finished off a bit of stone last episode. I think I should probably upgrade the stone furnaces to be stone because I think they're just normal. And I feel like we need more than half a belt considering what we saw at Purple Science. So let's do that. We need some steel. We probably need some stone bricks as well. Yeah, so let's just pick some stone bricks up. 24 times 10 is 240. So we need 240 of these bad boys. There we go. That's enough. And we need, I don't know how much steel we need, but we will just take a bunch. Steel seems to be relatively stable. It's not backed up, but at the same time, it's not running out. It's okay. It's fine. It's better than iron anyway. Although I reckon our iron will have improved. And given the fact that we are completely backed up on blue belts, what just went wrong? I thought I built enough of these damn... No, I didn't. I didn't build enough. I only built 14 instead of 24. Just got another copper delivery going, which is awesome. Stone. We got a full yellow belt of stone. Now we're sifting a little bit off here, actually. Just a little bit off. That's why these mines right at the end aren't running. Wait a sec. I am missing something here. I am missing something and I don't know what it is. Okay. Let's do some sanity checking here, because I really am missing something. Alright. Iron plate takes 3.5 seconds to build. Stone brick takes 3.5 seconds to build 2 stone. 3.5 seconds to build 1 stone brick, and it takes 2 stone. That's why these guys are running at half speed, because they're actually taking 2 stone. So, in other words, it was pointless for me to upgrade these because we still use the same amount of stone up. So I would need to upgrade this belt to feed in more. But, whatevs. So, what do we got for uranium? I feel like we're just going to cherry pick bits and pieces here. We got uranium ore down there. Let's pipe down some sulfuric acid from down here and just do a nice little uranium setup here. Start up with a bit of Coverax. We can't do Coverax yet because we need high-tech science. Damn you, high-tech science! And what else we got? Sulfuric acid. We got nothing. These guys, 5.2 per second. They're really draining out. We got almost no crude oil. Let's start by fixing up plastic up there because I feel like... Well, not plastic, by fixing up oil, because we've got so much of that stuff going in. It's awesome. And oil depleting. I mean, later on, we can start doing crazy things like using raw speed modules. And you can go raw speed modules all the way up to as pollution-producing modules. Speed, raw speed. So basically, a speed module gives you 20% speed, but it upgrades the energy consumption by 10%. This guy just gives you 20% without the energy consumption. So you can go all the way up to level 8, and basically what that gives you is 160% speed per slot. So I don't need to tell you, that is just stupid. And the amount of things you need, though, are stupid. You need a raw speed module 7 and then all of that shit. So that could crash a mega base. Just that sort of thing. Just building that one component could crash a mega base. So we are going to have to be very careful. I did one mega base, probably about 6 months ago, where I was just like, I was frustrated and I was just like, you know what? I want to do Bob's Angels and I want to get a rocket per minute and I don't care how I do it. I just want it. And it's almost like a little kid. I just want it. So what I did is I went in and I just said, screw it. I'm hacking everything. I do not give a crap. I'm hacking it all. And I used console commands to give me all the items I needed instantly. And I got the best level buildings right from the start of the game. And I got 10,000 Mark IV logistics robots because I didn't have nuclear robots back then. And I just went absolutely nuts on that base. And I ended up getting like 2-3 rockets per minute or something like that. About 2.5 rockets per minute. And it was beautiful. But yeah, I had those raw speed 8 modules in every building I could get them onto. Let's actually get one of these guys. You are so beautiful, sir. I love you. There's a squeaking. I don't know what the squeaky is. It's not my chair. I know what my... Yeah, I'm just listening to the squeaking. Maybe it is my chair. So it's like a tiny little squeak. Hopefully you can't hear it. Okay. So we go down there. We go down there. We rotate that. Let's actually rotate some stuff instead of just keeping them all in the same direction. And let's just put pipes down. Because it's bloody squeaking. It's starting to annoy me now. I'm just going to assume it's the chair and assume it'll go away when I get rid of the chair. Because there's nothing else it could be. Really nothing else it could be. Okay. It's not my chair. I think maybe my smoke alarm's running out of batteries or something. But it's not actually a squeak. It's a little electronic chirping thing. So I think it might be my smoke alarm. Yeah, let me just lean back for a sec. I don't know. My smoke alarm's not flashing. It's beeping, but it ain't flashing. I don't know. All of these guys are running now. You are not running. You've got enough of this. Maybe we need another pipe to sort of push this down out of the things. Because that kind of helps improve the throughput a little bit. We can see this guy's running now. They're still having a bit of problems getting up to 100. There we go. I think they're running better now. So that pipe, it's a bit funny with tanks the way it works, but the rule of thumb is if your tank is full, you will have no problems. If your tank is half full, you will have weird problems like that going on. So anyway, what have we got going on here? So we got full load of this. Plastic, petroleum is way down, but we're producing a ton more of it at the moment. We're producing a ton of batteries. We were previously out of batteries, which was bad. Or maybe not completely out of batteries, but we were losing a fair amount of them. Presumably due to this setup. Yeah, this guy was probably chewing through batteries. That's the downside of leaving that completely open, is that you just chew through batteries. I don't think we're using batteries up here as well for the science. So that science has probably been slowing down, but who gives a crap? We're not using that science, so that'll eventually run out. That's fine. And what else are we using batteries for? I don't think anything else, because everything else is just too low level. So we've improved batteries now. There goes my power. You know when you start sliding along the belt, just looking resigned, just like, oh, here we go again, that you have officially run out of power. So petroleum is going up. That's looking good. So let's go ahead and let's make another one of these setups. Now we don't want to put it right there, because then the bottom petroleum thing... Actually, what we can do is we can do this. There we go. Now, we are going to... And then what we need to do is we need to make this like that. Yeah. And then we do this. And that makes it tileable. Now we're still going to need a gap because this underground needs to hit something on the other side. So we need that there, and then we need that there. So we'd still need, I was hoping to get rid of a gaff, but not going to happen. Alright, so we put that there, and then we put that there, and then we put that there. And that is completely tileable, so you can see that that's automatically linked up to there. That one's going there. We no longer need to have those as undergrounds, because we're not going to have any direct pipes next to them. So let's just change those back. Oh, we actually had a bunch of chemical plants still in our inventory, which is awesome. Don't have a lot of these though. Of course, we are out of iron. Luckily, we have the mall, and so we can just pick stuff up. How is it that every single time we go to the mall, I always end up going to like the rainbow circuits by mistake? It happens every single freaking time. And now we are just going to be... we're just going to keep these 2 tanks. We don't need any more, I don't think. So we just pipe that. Do that. Do that. Underground a little bit more. I really should be undergrounding more than I currently am, because undergrounds are better for UPS and pipes are just kind of lazy, and it's just like blah, 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 blah. I don't really care, to be honest. I really don't. Sulfuric acid. So we've just tripled our sulfuric acid, and all of these machines are running, which is good. I suppose plastic isn't being used too much, but this is still going to be, is slowly gaining. Our batteries aren't being created very fast, which probably should be fixed, but I'm not going to worry about it, because all they're really being used for is blue science, which I don't care about, and accumulators, the elite accumulators, which I also don't care about because accumulators are useless without solar panels. So you go down here, and then you go across like that. And how do we want to pipe this down? Because we're going to go through all this mess. We technically need it over here. I don't want to get in the way of these, so we might go around the back like this. And that'll make that a bit easier. Underground. Alright, now we're hitting the mall directly. That's much better. So, yes. But, yeah, we don't need nuclear robots for yellow science, technically, so... But we do need yellow science for Kovrax. So what's going to happen is, we really need to get yellow science early on so we can start getting Kovrax, because we will need Kovrax for building nuclear robots. We might be able to get a few early on. Okay, we're at this level. So now, we're going to go across. We are going to start moving across. And remember our rule to do with pipes. You put a tank at one end of a very long line and one end only. You put tanks at both ends, and it doesn't quite work out as well as you would like, because it just doesn't. You really need the entire pipe to be full the entire time if you want to have bloody containers at both ends. If you just have a container at one end, then the container can be like half full and the pipes will still be full. I think that's the way it works. Like this is 9.3k and the pipes... Well, actually, no. It's a ratio. So basically, if this is a third full, then all of the pipes around it will be a third full. And this is still good, I think, because you don't have to worry about filling up the bloody tanks at the other end, and then I do not know. I like it. Anyway, that's the way we're doing it, and it works, and I like it, and I'm not going to stop doing it. I really don't know off the top of my head how to properly explain why it's bad to have a fluid tank at both ends. If there's an expert out there, I'm sure they could probably do a better job than me of explaining it. But for me, I know the facts. I know exactly how bad it is, so I'm not going to be doing it. Sulfuric acid, and Boom. So, hopefully this base should be able to give us enough. We're not. Have we started backing up on iron? We have 75k. That extra ore depot was really good, and the fact that we've actually backed up on blue belts is really good. And I'm not sure if I really care about blue belting the entire array anymore. I care about blue belting it when throughput is a problem, and clearly throughput right now is not a problem because we're not doing anything. So there we go. So we're going to do this as normal. And another one there, and then you need to go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We run out of mines. It's good that you don't need special mines for doing this. You just need normal mines, and they automatically spawn those little things that the sulfuric acid goes into once you put them down, which is awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are special, so you can go like that. Now this doesn't mine very fast off the top of my head. It does look pretty, but it doesn't mine very fast, so I don't even think we need to worry about blue belts or anything like that. In fact, I'm going to join these up into one. So, get a thing, get a couple of these guys, and put them all in a chest. And then get a substation, get another substation. Doesn't quite reach this guy, so do that. And why is my substation not? It doesn't quite reach this. Anyway, we'll do that. And then these guys have electricity, but no sulfur. So let's move this over like that, and then this over like that. There, got the sulfur coming in, put a little feeder over there, and you need a little feeder over there, and a little feeder over there. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So we can do this, and then this guy just feeds it out. So you can feed the sulfur out of any place into any other place. So just basically treat this like a giant pipe almost. Oh, actually, that's actually more than I thought would be coming out. So let's change that to blue, and let's put this guy as blue and a blue belt. There we go. So now these two can go through absolutely 100% beautifully. And we will need a lot of throughput with this. I feel like that guy's really... what we might do is we might make this guy a blue belt for a little bit anyway. Insufficient items, because I really do want this to be fully mining, because we really will need a lot of it. 1, 2, 3. So let's get blue belt going up to there, and then up to there, and this guy can continue to be yellow belt, and then we might need a little bit of... No, we don't need blue belt here. We just need a nice underground. Although that drags that back there a bit as well, so we might do that. And then we no longer need that. Okay, so we've got that coming in nice and fast, and we're going to need to start to process this because we will need a lot of... So if you haven't used nuclear before, basically you've got a few different things. So you've got uranium processing, which takes the uranium ore and produces the 235 on the left and the 238 on the right. And the 238 is mostly the shit product. The 235, the brighter one, is what you want. Now you chuck it into a centrifuge, 10 uranium ore, and you have a 99.3% chance of getting the crap one and a 0.7% chance of getting the good one, which is not very high. Now, the deal with this is to make a fuel cell, you need 1, 2, 3, 5, and a whole bunch of 2, 3, 8, which is easy. So we don't need a lot of 2, 3, 5, but a ratio of 1 to 19 is still way more than 0.7 to 99.3. So we can't just rely on uranium processing to get us what we need. What we need is Coverax. And Coverax, what it does is you take in 40 of the good stuff and 5 of the bad stuff, and you spit out 41 of the good stuff and 2 of the bad stuff. And there's 2 points to note here, or 3 points. First of all, you need yellow science, so we can't get it. Second point, you need a lot of uranium-235 to kick this process off. So you chuck in 40, you get in 41, and you need a lot of 235 to get this process kicked off. And I said that already, but I'll say it again. And the third thing you need to note is it takes in 5 of the crap stuff and it only spits out 2 of the crap stuff. So this process does use up uranium-238 slowly. So you do need a consistent supply of 238 of the crap stuff to keep building more 235. But you definitely need Kovacs because we cannot rely on just this thing doing what it needs to do. Number 1 rule, always underground the thing that's not blue. So we are going to set up a basic centrifuge process here with 10 of the bastards, and we are going to start uranium processing to get as much 235 and 238 as we can in a short amount of time. And we need concrete. Damn! I haven't done concrete yet, have I? Pretty sure I haven't done concrete. Concrete takes stone, brick, iron ore, and water. So we can technically do that here. And you know what? I don't know if we need concrete for a lot. I don't think we do. So we are just going to hack it a little bit. We are just going to hack the crap out of it. So you and you. And this is very, very bad. Don't do this. If you're playing a game, do not do this. It is a very bad idea. Water. Give us a pump. Give us a pump, will you? Water well pump. At least I can build this remotely, so that's something. Come on. At some point, we will need to get proper concrete going because we will want to actually build stuff like centrifuges in the mall and so forth. Feed that over to there. And then you. I like to have a lot of concrete in the system. I really do. So I'm going to have 3 chests here. No, we're not going to have 3 chests. We're going to have a storehouse. I feel like a storehouse is going to be good. Although this has 48 slots and the storehouse has 150. So 3 of these is basically equivalent. But a storehouse looks nicer, so I'm going to do it anyway. Dun, dun, dun. It's funny how 3 chests do the same amount as a storehouse, but the storehouse takes up 3 times as much space. Very, very interesting. Alright, so what do we need for centrifuges? I want 10 of the bastards. Let's have a look-see around here. Where did my centrifuges go? They're hidden down here somewhere. So we need 10 of them. So we need 1,000 concrete. That's going to take this guy a while. Oh, alrighty, we'll do another one. We will do another one here. You are going to be concrete. Yes, you're going to be concrete. And we're going to do some hijinks here. You are going to be pick up and drop like that. You're going to be so dodgy, it's not even funny. And then we're going to split this around and we're going to do it an underground here. And get another water well pump because I don't feel like trying to figure it out and mix it up to that as well. And so now we want a little bit of blue belts. Actually, no, what we want is we want the storehouse to be in the middle. So now you go away, and then we're going to use a couple of stack inserters, I feel like. Because there's a lot of stuff that comes out of here. There really is a lot of stuff. How are you? And then stack inserter. No, not like that. Shifter. Drop. Pick up. Technically you should be dropping here. Actually, it doesn't really make a difference, but chuck all the concrete back in there. And now we got 200 concrete. And these guys produce 10 every 10 seconds. So we're producing approximately 22 per second. Approximately. So that'll take care of our concrete. What else do we need for Mr. Centrifuge? I'm always losing the damn thing. So we need 10 of these. We need 1,000 gear wheels. You got 3.2. So we're going to take 1,400 of them. And we're going to put some back. 2, 3. Okay, we just got just over 1,000, which is fine. And we need 500 steel. I feel like we need to start dropping some stuff off just because we need the space. Lead ore, you don't need to be in here. Stone furnace, you don't need to be in here. We kind of need. I kind of like these anyway. We get rid of the poles because we don't need the poles. Radar Mark 1, we don't need you. Batteries, we'll just chuck them away. I don't think we need them. Yes. So, gears. We got enough gears. We need some more steel. We need 500 steel. And I think we should have 500 steel. It is actually backed up. It's now up to 600. And then all we need is 1,000? 1,000 electronic circuit boards. Hopefully they should be backed up. Yeah, they are backed up because, of course, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an extra one for good luck, because stone brick is backed up here. Yes. Oh no, we've actually backed up blue science. So we fixed stone brick, and now we've backed up blue science, or purple science, and this is beautiful. So, give me some concrete. That's 470. So we can build 4 of these. Give me 30 more, and then we can say we got half. Come on, give me some more. There we go, we got half of them. We can pick up that concrete later. So we just want to set up a nice little array down here, and we'll do a little bit of filtering as well to get the correct stuff out. Now, we can probably just use yellow belt because we're throwing blue belt in there, and these processors take in 10 and shoot out 1, so they really don't do a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Substation here and substation. No, that's not gonna work. Let's just put a substation here for now. I like this big electric pole and substation setup. It's really nice. So now you go down there. This guy does uranium processing. This is the fuel reprocessing. So if we get the used up uranium fuel cells, but they don't come out of robots, only power plants, so we don't have to worry. Stack. Stackity, stack, stack, stack. 1, 2, and we can put the inserters wherever we want now because we don't even have to pretend to worry about bloody where the poles go. So this is going to take 10 seconds and it'll produce 1 thing at the end. So we only need yellow belts coming out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as expected, they're producing crap at the start. They just absolutely produce crap. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to create a warehouse because we really, really do need a lot of this stuff. Like a lot. Oh, backed up on stone brick. Excellent. So grab a couple of that. Bit of that. What else did we need for a warehouse? Wood. We're actually pulling wood off this thing. Alright, give me a warehouse. So what we're going to have is a warehouse and then a storehouse. The warehouse is going to store... We're actually going to have another warehouse just for the hell of it. And we're going to have a storehouse here. So this is there, and then the warehouse is here. So, need those to be a bit further away. But anyway, you guys take everything you're given, you take it all and you put it in there. And then we're going to have a warehouse 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. And we're going to have a storehouse 4 spaces away. And then we're just going to have a bunch more of these. And turn those around. This is going to be for only 238, and this is going to be for only 235. So take all that out. No more coming through. Excellent. Drop it back in there. And that's going to be fine. That splits it out, and we got a full warehouse full of the 238, the crap stuff, and we got a thing full of the 235. Now, tell me we have got some concrete coming up. 510. Let's take all of that, and then let's put 10 back. Because I didn't put that on the ground, did I? Putting concrete on the ground is not necessarily bad, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass, because you do that and then it's like, oh, I've done this bit, I better do all of it. We ran out of steel somehow. We must have used steel for something else. And we're going to set up the other 5 guys to go on in, and then we're going to be fully doing awesome stuff with this uranium ore. And yeah, because you can see this is completely backed up. These guys are just so slow. And especially with things like uranium, we may be going onto modules sooner. Just maybe shoot for like modules 4 or something like that. Raw speed modules 4, just to get something going. Okay, so we just need 1 belt on the other side. I was thinking of having a 2 belt setup and using filter inserters, but with the wonderful world of loaders, we do not even have to pretend to worry about filter inserters. So I love these guys. We need a recipe. Big as my power. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we should make sure we get some lights. Let's put some lights around the substations, make them look nice and pretty. Kind of need lights here as well. Let's get a substation over here. Put some lights in there. Do we really need a substation? Let's just put that there. We don't really need a substation there, we just need a warm. So there we go, we've got one uranium-235, and we got almost 100 of the 238. So you can see that 0.7 to 99% ratio is kind of pretty damn accurate, actually. So that's fine. We will wait until, hopefully by the time we start dealing with Kovacs, we will have more than 40 of these. We should have more than 40 of these. We should have a few hundred if we leave this running long enough. And then we can just go back, start Kovacsing with this, and then once we get a decent Kovacs setup started, we'll never have to worry about 235 or 238 as long as we've got uranium ore coming in. So anyway, let's do a quick check over here to see how sulfuric acid. It's full. Beautiful. All of these guys are mining. They're full. Some of these are backed up. That's full. So we can see this one's doing 15.6, 16.2. These guys are running slow. They're probably slowly draining their supply, but 15.6, 16.2 is not a lot anyway. It's decent, but once we get further out, you'll start to see a lot more coming in. Yeah. And luckily the productivity module, the productivity research also affects this. You mine over them, productivity plus 22% on the right hand side. So that is insanely awesome. So what have we done today? We've done a lot. We've got gold coming in, we've got uranium coming in, we've got all of those stuff beautifully in here. Look at the gold ended up at 95k because I forgot to hook this signal up. And we've got uranium plugging away now, and that is going to keep producing that stuff over a very, very long time. We could put more centrifuges because we've got so much ore coming in, but I feel like for now 10 is a decent start, and maybe we'll expand later on. By the time we get yellow signs, we are definitely going to have at least 40 of these, and then we'll start Kovacs, and then we can get nuclear robots after that. So let's do a physical inspection. Everything's backed up. We're not really using a lot. Batteries are still falling over, and they are falling over because, what was this? I don't even remember. I don't think it's anything. Batteries are still falling over, although they're slowly backing up here, and they will just keep being used up by this guy. So maybe more battery production is needed. But then again, as we said, accumulators, not really that important. But our quest for yellow science continues. Next episode is this, Lithia water. We are going to ship that over here somewhere, and we are going to, or just here, we'll just do a massive Lithia water, Lithia complex over here, And from that, we will be able to produce lithium chloride electrolysis or lithium chloride percolate, lithium percolate. We'll be able to produce that straight up because it needs water, and we've got water everywhere. And we will be able to produce that easy enough. Lithium cobalt oxide. We're going to need cobalt oxide. So we're going to need to faff copper. But that'll probably be the episode after. So next episode, we'll just concentrate on getting lithium chloride, lithium bars, lithium percolate. And then we can focus on lithium cobalt oxide at another date. So anyway, I don't know if I'll do that today, actually. I think I might take a break. I've been casting for like 3 hours since I woke up. So that's good enough. I still got all the episodes from yesterday, haven't been uploaded yet. So now I've got something like 8 episodes that need to be uploaded. The ones I've done today and the ones still waiting from yesterday. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. This has been Hairymuppet. Hope you enjoyed this video. Blah, 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 blah. Yellow science is coming. Probably be... I wonder whether we'll get yellow science before episode 50. I hope so, but who knows. I will catch you guys later.